Welcome back, everybody. You got Will and I, man, here from the Block Runner MetaZone Roving Nemscribe, and today we're going to be talking about the fractalization of Bitcoin. It's taking over all of cryptocurrency.
As it should, right?
It is.
There's no better thing to do than to
No, absolutely
sector Bitcoin into new, basically, spawns of itself, right?
Sure.
Why not? This has been attempted in the past, but maybe, just maybe, this is the perfect time in like the history of cryptonomics and crypto events.
This is it, dude.
Maybe. Why not? Why not put that experiment out there? You know, align many shared parties of interests to do these things, and maybe it'll actually work out this time. So that's what's happening. As of the last 24 hours, at some point, Fractal actually went live, right? So, which is surprising to some. Unisat like fully executed on their they put out this white paper like a article months ago targeting September to be like the launch of the mainnet. And so they met their goals, dude. So definitely congrats to that team, that operation for like executing on this stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, what's been happening since then? Like, is everybody rich yet? I don't know. That's what we're kind of exploring here.
Yeah, we'll find out here at the end of the episode. So stay tuned.
I guess so.
All right, so we got a tweet here. Fractal mainnet is live, and we got a bunch of takes happening. Say, introducing the Fractal mainnet bootstrap program, 500,000 of these tokens for OKX wallet users.
Damn.
The other 500,000 for Unisat users.
That's us, dude. If you've been like plugged into the ordinal space, specifically BRC20s, since like March of last year, most likely you have a Unisat wallet. Right?
Yeah.
You've been a user of their infrastructure. So they put together this nifty little program to distribute 1 million tokens, which I think the total supply is 210 million. So we're talking peanuts here in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, what's interesting is that this token that's supposed to be mined is also pre-mined.
Yes, it is.
So it doesn't have the same ethos as Bitcoin, which is fine.
Yeah.
Right? So it's just part of the design of the tokenomics.
Correct. But yeah, these things have been happening. So some people are like in disagreement with how the token was distributed itself. It's more like recent activity was more favored as opposed to like, I guess, overall activity. I mean, there are different metrics that they've been pulling from, you know, like the Unisat points, contributions to the testnet, all that stuff, right?
Yeah. So, yeah, you can't do a completely mined token because you got to issue tokens to the point holders.
Yeah, but this is like standard blueprint stuff, right? For activating an L2. Like we saw this 100 different times on Ethereum, right? It's like you implement this like testnet structure, you put out these like different like components of your ecosystem, and if like users are interacting with them over some X amount of time,
sure,
you've discovered your airdrop allocation mechanism, right? So why do this? Is to incentivize people to kind of like onboard initially, because we know this at this point, right?
Yeah,
we've experienced this. We're expecting it. So of course, even though your marketing is like saying we're not going to do it, yeah, right.
Yeah,
we know you will, because why? Because at the snap of a finger, you've got hundreds of thousands of people holding your token.
That's right. That's right.
And that looks very good to investors.
Yeah,
it looks amazing, actually. Right.
Right.
So this is standard stuff,
right.
but not so standard in the Bitcoin space yet. That's what's interesting about this. We haven't really seen this too much yet in Bitcoin.
Yeah, I mean, so this isn't the only L2 out there, right? So,
yeah, Merlin had a version of this.
Yeah.
Instead of like, you know,
what was it called? Like Merlin
the
Marines? Or, yes, the SEAL. The SEAL Marines.
The Merlin SEALs.
Yeah.
Or Navy SEAls, Merlin SEAls, whatever, right? Just come bridge your assets from L1 to our L2, you know, basically lock them up, and then we're going to distribute based off of this activity, right? This engagement in our ecosystem.
Right.
Yeah, so this is standard L2 stuff.
All right, we got a tweet here by Mononaut. He says, Fractal Bitcoin launched their mainnet. It appears to be hastily cloned from Bitcoin Core with a few consensus tweaks and some code ripped off of Namecoin and Bitcoin Cash. The chain also started with a hefty and immediately spendable 50% pre-mine.
Damn, dude, that is hefty.
It's quite the
Definitely
heft.
can't deny that amount of heft, dude. That's a girthy boy right there, 50%.
That's a lot of tokens.
That is a lot of tokens. So, I mean, now we're talking ethos here, right? I mean, all these people who've been saying, like, free and fair and all community, right?
Who cares, right?
Yeah, now it's like, all right, fuck all that noise. Straight to Fractal, dude. I trust you guys with your 50% of the ecosystem.
For sure. Yeah, obviously, right?
Yeah.
All right, CB Spears comes in. The fractal blocks are coming in about 5 to 10 seconds. At this rate, it's going to be a monster upwards difficulty adjustment. It says, just for context, the maximum upwards difficulty adjustment in Bitcoin Core is 4x or 400%. So if Fractal Core hasn't changed anything on max difficulty, it could still be insufficient increase. So basically, he's suggesting is like, get your miners, turn them on, turn them all on. Yeah, just point them to Fractal so that you can mine them before the difficulty adjusts.
Yeah, like right now is like the easiest period of time to be a miner or extractor of fractal bitcoins through the mining mechanism itself, right? So why wouldn't you if you had the capacity to do so?
Correct.
Whether it's financial or hardware, yeah, just start pointing your capital efforts in this direction just because it's the next major exploit, at least for the time being, until things get way more difficult, right?
Yeah, and so there's a correction here in a second we'll talk about. So the Fractal network is screaming. Currently network stats, less than 24 hours in, 148 exahashes currently merge mining. Bitcoin, for context, has a total of 733 exahashes.
So this is not negligible in any way.
No, not at all.
This is significant. Like so the miners are, again, the capital allocators, they agree with CB Spears, right? It's like, this is worth an attempt.
Yeah. And Fractal Bitcoin price is $14. Market cap is near $3 billion. So that's roughly $500,000 per day that could be extracted from this network.
Hence the redirection, right? I mean, we're talking at a time where Bitcoin mining is becoming very inefficient, right? Very problematic.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier.
Yeah, I mean, just look at the charts, right? Where it's like a halvening occurred 6 months ago, right?
Yeah.
So like you're saying, under the assumption of like the operations of a mining business, it's like you're humming along up until that halvening point. Because like imagine any business, right? Like if your top line gets just slashed in half.
Yeah. And just overnight, over a single block.
Yeah, imagine the devastation that does to your business, right? But then it's like 6 months. So the only way to kind of recover from that is like an expectation of the value of the thing that you're kind of producing doubling.
Yeah.
But it's like
just to maintain revenue,
just to get back to the state of hum, right?
Yeah,
where everything's not like about to explode mode.
Yeah,
but 6 months later, and the value just keeps going down.
Yeah,
so you're like, fuck, dude. I'm a miner. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe I can't. Maybe Bitcoin's not going to save me this time. So look, there's a fractal thing over there.
Yeah,
$500,000 a day out there is slurpable.
Right.
I'm gonna start slurping. Right?
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
Why not?
So here's an update from CB Spears. Fractal blocks are coming in closer to 30 seconds. My initial estimation about difficulty retarget was wrong. So that said, now about a third of Bitcoin's hash rate is currently merge mining Fractal, which includes AMP pool, F2 pool, and Spider pool. So these are all Chinese affiliated.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah, miners. I think it's no coincidence. Unisat, OKX, very Eastern.
Yeah.
So the network of mining operators, I think, are very much aligned. Whether this is some sort of colluded attempt to try and attribute more value to this token over time, just because we have shared interest to do so.
The correlation just like
it's
too juicy, right? It's
too coincidental, right?
Yeah.
But nonetheless, I mean, this feels like Merlin all over again, right? Where like Merlin shocked the world with like it's whenever it deployed it's $3 billion just rushed into the direction of Merlin. Why?
And what's
to extract this Merlin token on the horizon?
What's the market cap of this token again?
Which one?
Fractal.
It's fully diluted around 3 billion and such. So it's like there's the incentive, right? So redirect your capital, your interest, your whatever, your capabilities to extract this token while you can. Right?
Sure.
It fucking works, dude. It's working again.
Yeah.
Because this is significant. This is Bitcoin hash power.
Yeah, it is.
Right? It's not just like some L1 assets that spun up during an ordinal cycle.
Yeah, correct.
This is real.
This is real
juice.
It is. Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. So more ecosystem development. We got DotSwap.
Yeah.
Support is coming soon. BTC tradable for Fractal Bitcoin, any amount, anytime.
Yeah, so as predicted, the great migration is ensuing. It's like,
forget Bitcoin.
Forget runes. Forget all this stuff.
Yeah.
It's like Fractal Bitcoin. We need to rush into support and ingrain ourselves in this ecosystem, right? Which is to be expected. It's generating a lot of energy, literally taking away energy from Bitcoin.
Sure.
Yeah, man. So
that's interesting. I feel like, man, how merge mining, it's unlikely that these F2 pools and these miners are just directed all of their energy to Fractal.
Yeah.
It is very unlikely that that's what happens. So I don't know about this, like 133 exahashes, right? I think the potential of 133 exahashes is there, but I don't know. There's something weird about all that.
Okay, so needs more due diligence, is what you're saying.
Yeah, 100%.
To understand exactly what's happening.
Yeah, don't take all these like tweets as like the truth.
It's true.
Yeah, a third of all Bitcoin mining, just like come on, let's. And then if you look at the Bitcoin hash charts, nothing's changed.
It's true,
right? So maybe 1% of the effort of mining Bitcoin, 1% of that is focused on Fractal Bitcoin. Maybe.
I see. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree. Because just going through these tweets alone, I mean, Fractal hasn't even been running for more than 24 hours yet, and already it's like
a third of Bitcoin.
It's already taking Bitcoin is for sure on its way to death.
Yeah, yeah.
It's kind of like the takeaway we're getting here, right?
Yeah.
It's like, dude, I mean, it's just
Bitcoin's done, right?
Dinosaur, dude.
Yeah.
Time to move on. 2.0.
Yeah.
It's here.
Okay, we're the first Explorer live. So this is BTC Terminal with inscription and ordinals on Fractal Bitcoin. Runes to come at block 210,000.
Yeah, so if you don't know, the blocks occur much quicker here in Fractal than on Bitcoin. So that's not like 4 years from now we're going to get our inscription ability.
Like 2 weeks from now or
something like that. Yeah, I think we're already like at block. Well, they have that nifty Explorer. I can actually look it up right now thanks to the good lads at BTC Terminal. So let me pull that up real quick. Where are we at, dude?
So I guess in a few days it's going to be 21,000 blocks.
Yeah.
And so 10 days from then,
I mean, we're hovering around 4,000 right now, and like Fractal mainnet deployed, I'd say like 12 hours ago or something.
Okay, so 10,000 blocks per day, roughly.
I think so.
So 21 days.
No, like 2 days.
Well, this said 210,000 blocks.
Oh, really?
So I don't know if the numbers are getting confused here or whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, it says 210,000 blocks.
Oh, that's runes. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's different. It's different activation block heights, I guess.
Yeah.
You know? Just roll things out one at a time, right? Let's not overload the systems. So it's a smart approach from the Unisat crew.
Sure. Yeah. So Inscribe here is introducing FLUX, the new token protocol on Fractal.
So yeah, that was one of the big like speculations, right? It's like who's gonna be the first like degen dev out there to like basically spin up like a meta protocol native to Fractal, right? And literally happened within minutes. Yeah. It's pretty impressive actually how quick these things.
I mean, it's copy and paste of Bitcoin and ordinals.
I guess
and all that.
it's just okay, you're rolling a new version of Bitcoin. We've done all this already on native Bitcoin, so let's just
run it again.
Let's run it over here, dude.
Yeah.
So this is it. FLUX protocol. It's a fungible token protocol.
And in minutes.
The like flagship showcase token, I guess. Kind of like the Ordi of this protocol.
Yeah.
Minted out. I don't know, minutes or hours, I don't know, right? But it was very quick. To be expected, right? Because everybody's chasing these first narratives, right? So if you're a fractaler, you're a big believer in this ecosystem, you want in on this like first token, right? But that comes with some potential repercussions, right? Because this isn't like a Unisat supported thing in any way.
No. Yeah, this is run and gun.
Right.
All right. So in addition, using FLUX, there's been more tokens launched. Wukong.
Very cool.
If you haven't seen this game, have you seen this game?
No, but isn't that Monkey King in Dota, TJ?
It looks a lot like him.
Yeah, it does.
Well, it's a game. It's sort of like a Soul. What's that game? Soul Crusher.
Dark Souls?
No, Dark Souls. That's the one.
Soul Crusher.
No. Yep.
Okay.
Dark Souls.
Yeah.
It's very much like that.
This character?
Yeah, except you're this character. It's like a.
Oh, it's like a different game.
It's a different game.
Oh,
no,
like,
it's an actual. It's called Wukong, I think.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, Wukong, yeah. Okay, whatever. It's just somebody found this image AI or this brand of a being Wukong. It's like
Yeah.
a legendary.
Definitely AI here.
Yeah, it's AI thing. Whatever, dude. It's fine. So we got meme coins already pumping out.
Sure.
Pre-activation block height.
Yeah.
So that's the interesting thing here, right?
Unisat says they'll be ignoring inscriptions made before block 21,000, which is like tomorrow.
In a couple of days or so.
Yeah.
So, the degens will degen no matter what. So this is like something, there's a potential like Benny moment happening here, right? This is how I'm interpreting it.
Yeah.
Like somebody has a new meta protocol proposed here. People are already like participating and they're minting this stuff.
Yeah.
So now we've got like new questions, right? Okay, so index your network win, because this is not going to I doubt this is going to be something supported by Unisat, because Unisat has made it pretty clear BRC20s is like the fungible token framework that they're porting over, like once they're activating it at these block heights, right? And runes included, right? So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe so. This is like an invisible hand thing, right?
Sure.
If enough of you guys are like fluxers out there, maybe they'll reconsider. It's like, all right, this is like fully red now. We're going to deploy an indexer reader for all this stuff, right?
Right.
So what do you think? Is this evidence of like ecosystem viability or what? What do you think, dude?
Too
early to tell?
It's evidence of experimentation happening.
Okay. There you go, dude. Experimentation.
I mean, I say that the experiment isn't that great because it's just copy and paste. So what's happened?
What more can be done though? That's the thing. You need the primitives, right? If you're gonna do anything, you just got to start there. Some sort of token Genesis protocol. But then it's like, okay, show me the apps, right?
Well, then even if you do it, it's like, okay, then what?
Yeah, more just like pump and dump tokens, right?
Yeah.
We rewinded ourselves to last year.
Yeah.
Like so now Bitcoin L1 has become an even more advanced state than like Fractal. If like this is what the ecosystem wants to support, right?
Yeah, but then they're gonna say, well, we got OPCAT and we got programmability to a certain extent, and it's like, okay, well, let's see.
Yeah, it's just literally running the meta protocol space or wars all over again on Fractal. So it's like, man, the mess continues to expand.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's quite messy over here.
Crazy, dude.
Maybe it's cleaner over in Ethereum land.
I don't know.
Yeah. All right, so last thing here. Well, there's a couple of things. Fractal Bitcoin, early days, it went as high as $24. Now it's $11 or 13, 2.6 billion.
That's a pretty huge valuation, I would say, for like a market entry.
Yeah.
So, I mean, do with that information what you will. I mean, now you have miners like extracting this token on a daily basis. And as we've already outlined, these miners are in dire need of revenue, like immediate revenue. Not like they're not going to hold on to this thing for like the future, right? Like they need to pay their bills because Bitcoin's not performing.
Mm-hmm.
So this is just an additional subsidy that they're going to leverage, which means tremendous sell pressure.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, 50% allocated to proof of work miners and 50% allocated to devs, VCs, giveaways, community grants, so forth.
So this is the pie, right? When we talk tokenomics, it's like who's getting the pie?
Yeah.
And we talked 50%. Unisat has just chunked away half of this pie off the rip.
Yeah.
And so there's
for the devs, which is Unisat.
Yeah.
Right. VCs and others.
Yeah. So this is, again, in line with the typical thing we've seen on Ethereum with like L2 activations, right?
Yeah.
Not just this giant airdrop, but also this giant piece of the pie.
So at 3 billion market cap, 10% of that is 300 million. So each percentage ownership is $30 million.
For what?
Of the token. So meaning if the devs own 1%, they're holding $30 million worth of value.
Damn. Yeah, and does it say here like the vesting in any place? I think it does. I want to say there's like a 1 year, like. Okay, maybe it doesn't. But I recall seeing somewhere that, like, I think at the 7 month point, there's like an actual like unlock that ends within a year. So it's like
boy.
All those tokens are in the hands.
I wonder what happens in that that time frame.
Yeah, definitely not the peak of a bull market. Definitely not.
No, definitely not.
Definitely no exit liquidity in the context of that like vesting schedule.
Absolutely not. No,
none that we can foresee.
No, that's how you support an ecosystem, my man.
Yeah, that's how you definitely the future is secured.
Yeah, for sure.
Funds are safe food. So this is interesting, dude. We're seeing the experimentation and before our eyes. the market is clearly in desperation mode from many vectors. Miners, speculators, builders. Seems like anybody will just jump on anything just to kind of like keep the motors churning along, right?
Yeah.
I think that's what if we're going to be honest, it feels like that's what we're witnessing, to be honest.
Yeah, just pay attention to the real hash data. Like, I don't know, there's some finagling happening there. Maybe there's support from those miners, but it's like not the support that Fractal really wants. Right, so.
Yeah. Okay, so this is day one. I guess we'll check back in periodically, see how things are churning along, just like we did with runes.
Yeah.
Just like we did with BRC20s. Any new meta protocol that enters the space, this is not a meta protocol, but still.
It's a whole new blockchain,
it's a whole new thing. Right?
Separate ecosystem.
Yeah, but maybe this is the way, dude. We'll see.
Has to be. That's what everybody's telling us. It has to be.
So you guys let us know. Are you rich yet?
I know
Unisat. Yeah, I know the Unisat team is basically rich on paper. So
yeah,
well done, lads. Well done.
Yeah, congrats. All right, guys, that's it for us. If we've missed anything in the Fractal ecosystem, let us know in the comment section below. Appreciate you guys for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video.
Peace.